Okay, I'm gonna make this my first entry because this guy just made me shake my head. Okay, this white guy gets in the car with his two friends. And he goes into trying to, I guess it's called whitesplain, how I should feel being pulled over by the cops. Like I should be terrified. So the guy goes in, we're having a conversation about, something about politics. I'm like, America's great. This is like the best country you could be in and have everything, anything you want. If you work hard, stay out of trouble, and try not to have kids you can't afford. Wait to have kids. Get married first. So I go into my little conversation with him. So, of course, I threw him off because the fact that white people, there's social justice warriors, a new breed of kids that want to defend everything, black. Like, he felt some kind of way because I threw out there how to succeed in America the right way because that's considered the white way. It's considered being white if you think to not do drugs, you think not to do illegal crime to make money, you think to not have kids, okay? Now, I was unfortunate to not have kids, have a kid, okay? But that doesn't make me any less than anybody else. Just all about doing the best you can do to take care of your family, okay? So I throw that at him, and he was kind of confused because of the fact I didn't hit him with the hypocritical, oh, struggle. He wanted me to hit him with the, oh, it's a struggle being black in America. The white man holding us back, slavery holding us back. Like, oh, no, that's not the case. Like in America, if you bust your ass, you're gonna succeed. So back to this conversation we're having. Okay, he goes then into saying, "You do know you're black, right? Like the struggles you have." He's trying to explain to me my struggle. I'm like, dude, my struggle is a struggle that I created for myself. I made mistakes in my early adulthood. Like I've had inheritance that I've squandered. I've had education that I walked away from. I made mistakes. I had businesses that I just lost due to my ignorance. Okay, so he goes then into saying, like, you know what I mean, white privilege. Like I have white privilege. I'm like, dude, okay, like I've been waiting for somebody like you to get in my car. I haven't had too many of you get in the car actually want to talk. I'm like, what white privilege? What privilege do you have that I don't have? He's like, well, I had the privilege of not having my dad explain to me how to pull my wallet out on a police stop. I'm like, dude, my biological dad died before I was born, okay? And my stepdad died when I was 16, way before I ever been pulled over by cops or ever been pulled over. I've been stopped by cops as a kid, maybe one time my whole life, and it was nothing. It was past curfew. They were like, "Hey, you gotta go home." It was that simple. I didn't fear the cops. I wasn't scared. I was scared because they were authority, just like I would be afraid of a principal, afraid of the school teacher. Because I was a kid, you fear authority. Now the problem is, kids are being taught, black kids are being taught not to fear authority. That authority doesn't matter. It doesn't, and that's harmful. So he goes and saying, "Well, you're telling me that you don't fear getting shot by the cop?" I'm like, dude, like, you are probably a social justice warrior, I'm assuming. I know you're gonna be offended. I apologize. I don't mean to come at you like that. And his friends in the back seat started laughing, like smirking. I'm like, look, dude, okay, stop watching YouTube videos and the news, okay? Like, black people that are law abiding, that wake up, we bust our ass, we're educated, in a sense, we don't worry about getting shot by the cops. You know why? Because if we get pulled over, we're gonna do just what anybody else do, what Indian people do, what Chinese people do, what white people do, what everybody else do. You put your windows down, okay? You put your hands on the steering wheel, you put your phone up here. Nobody's gonna shoot you if they know it's being recorded, okay? Obviously, no cop wakes up thinking, okay, I'm gonna risk my freedom and risk losing my family to shoot a black person, okay? Now the problem you have is in 2018 that people are trying to be victims and want to be professional victims, that they're allowing themselves to think that they're somehow being discriminated against in any kind of circumstance. It doesn't matter what it is, okay? Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen because you had incidents like the nurse that got shot running after a mental patient that was trying to cross the street. He got shot, and I don't know if he died or not, but the whole point of the matter is that was wrong. But they don't show you any of the white incidences or any of the Asian or and anybody else being shot by the cops. You know why? Because it doesn't add ratings. It doesn't add to ratings. It doesn't allow them to sell more advertising to make money. So now you have all these media companies and even, for example, World Star. Okay, any post dealing with a black man being treated unfairly, they're gonna put on the post black man. They don't put man. They don't put white man. They don't put Asian man. It's always black man on, things of wrongfully being treated at a store or whatever, such. So I'm telling the dude. So back to the story. I tell the dude, I'm like, look, man, okay, quit it. I'm like, just because I'm black don't mean I fear the cops. Okay, that's discrimination on your part. That's actually more racist than calling me an N-word. How are you to tell me how I should feel? Like, you're telling me that I should fear cops, that I should be afraid of for my life if I get pulled over. I'm like, dude, it's not that serious. Okay, because every time I get pulled over, I always keep my hand on the wheel, windows down, turn the car off, keys on the dashboard, wallet is already out. You have like freaking a minute, two, before he comes to the car. You pull your wallet out, just put it on the dashboard. Okay, if your wallet's somewhere else, you just stay in your seat, and then you tell them, hey, the wallet's in the book bag, which happened to me multiple times because I play basketball and put the wallet in the book bag. And I say, hey, wallet's in the book bag, can I grab it? And I go grab it. No big deal. You know why? Because I'm not showing any type of negative energy. I'm not showing any scary energy. I'm not showing any type of I'm not flinching. I'm not doing anything crazy. You know why? Because I know all he's going to do is do his job, which is give me a ticket if I deserve it, or he's going to let me go, but he's not going to do anything else. Now, I do know in certain cities there are instances that do happen due to you being black. It happens, okay? But most of those were years ago. Now with technology, most people having smartphones, it's hard for cops to get away with that kind of stuff. And you don't see with these situations, you don't see the whole story. You only see one side. You only see the side of the person recording the video. You don't see you don't see the person yelling at the cop, or you don't see the person, if the cop tells you to pull your pants up for some reason, which is ignorant, pull your pants up, okay? You have court for a reason, okay? You can go and sue the cop if he did something wrong, but just get out of the situation. Just get out of the situation, then go sue the cop. The problem you have is kids are being born without fathers in their life, black kids, okay, majority of us, we don't have dad in our life, okay, and we have to learn from the wrong people. We learn from the wrong people. Then guess what? Now kids are being taught to fear authority. So guess what happens when a cop pulls them over? Instead of them doing the right thing and doing what's supposed to be done, they act up. They act out because of the fact they figure, you're not the boss of me. You're not the boss of me. And yes, it's true, he's not the boss of you. But at the same time, at that moment, you do what the authority figure tells you to do. It doesn't make you less of a man. But because these boys are being raised in raised by boys pretty much, not by men, by boys, they don't understand that. So you have incidences in 2018 that are happening mostly due to our fault. And the more we put this on social media and put this on the news and we act as we have no wrongdoing in the situation, it's causing our kids to grow up truly thinking that they're victims when it comes to cops, when it comes to getting a job, when it comes to school, when it comes to anything, okay? And that's the wrong way. For this guy that tried to whitesplain me, that's the problem. That's worse than the welfare system, causing mothers to be okay with being single because you get government assistance. Because if you're with the man, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get anything, okay? Because the man should be working. But the whole point of the matter is, that's the problem. That's what I preach on my Twitter and my Instagram. Y'all can follow me, London St. Patrick. It's the fact that you have white people trying to explain to us normal, law-abiding men, American men, okay? Explain to us why we should feel some kind of way. The reason why we should fear cops. The reason why we're not doing what we should be doing. Maybe we're not doing what we should be doing because of faults of our own. Maybe because I messed up my credit. Maybe because I blew through an inheritance that could have changed generations, could affected generations. Maybe that. But guess what? I'm growing, I'm fixing, and I'm triumphing over my mistakes. And that's all you can do. White people, stop.